One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? This will be taken very short.
The Bears take over.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Man, touch. Lock in. Watch twist. Hey, ball.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Switch up.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Reload. Hey, zero.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Good, 4 down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Crunch. Watch the twist.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
All day, defense, all day.
Check 50.
Henry. Check Michael Allen.
Gun.
Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Good job right there. Front left, front left.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Watch the right. Baby, that's a baby shot. Mike 8. Mike 8. Here we go. Check 43. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Check. Alert. One left.
Check right to left. Double dog. That's the way. Show it up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
One left.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. I know.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity, because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 60 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Check back 11, check back 11. Hey, mark the screen.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check 24, check.
Hey, zero, done.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his... hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
That's it. Hey, we got 4.
12.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Still got 4 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go. Time to end this. Alert. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ready, go.
play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, check Mike. 18, 27. 3 buns.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13. 14. Switch.
Now Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, alert. He's checking. Crash. Check 52.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
12.
Come on, boy. Don't be scared of it. Under 10.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Short throw to Dissly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Check, 280.
Check Michael Evans.
Watch the run.
Check this.
Fair.
Sponge.
On first down, Wilson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Go 14.
Hey, check Michael Evans. Hey, keep it up. Hey, check Michael Evans. Let's go. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a
Fair.
Hey, check Michael Evans. Nice.
To throw again, Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Run pass.
Hey, check Michael Evans.
Run left.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Alert.
Switch gears. Check hot route. Hot. Off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got 7 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try again with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for him with Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A gain of 6 yards on the play.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
You got alert, alert! Alert, alert! 61, matchbox lights. Check.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Quickstone, travel. Hey, alert, 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 alert! Check 27.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, watch it. Alert 3, alert 3.
Alert, 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 alert!
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Spot that.
Throwing again. Wilson. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. 23 yards, the final tally. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Hey, 0.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hey, 0.
First and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Wilson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Ran,
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, Charlie.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, 18.
Check three.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, check Mike.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check Michael, guys. Fall down, fall down. Check.
Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He's back to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Penny, the first down carry. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.